Good afternoon, everybody. My name's Rick McCutcheon. I'm a Dynamics 365 MVP, and I'm here on a Partner Talk with Bob Fernekees from Info Today, the company that runs CRM Evolution, which is my favorite CRM conference every year. It's coming up April 27th in Washington, and I wanted to touch base with Bob to talk a little bit about the conference. So Bob, introduce yourself and tell us why CRM Evolution is such a great conference.
Hey, great. Thanks so much, Rick. And thanks for speaking at our conference for so many years and just adding so much to it that, we're really highly indebted to you. Like you mentioned, I've been with CRM Magazine since 1997. I'm the publisher. We started the conference in 2006. So this is our 14th year. I'm actually the program chair for, we've actually got 4 conferences. We've got CRM Evolution, Smart Customer Service, we've got Speech Tech, and we've got now Digital Experience. I'm the program chair. Basically what that means is that I'm sort of the person behind the scenes that gets all the speakers, does all the writing and editing, and puts together all the programs and does things behind the scene, but I'm highly engaged with every aspect of the conference.
And Bob, you do a great job of speakers, because every year I look at the program and I say, yes, which ones am I going to miss? Which ones am I going to get to? Because the difference with CRM Evolution, and, I was talking to Brent Leary, the chair, yesterday, is really that, I go to my typical Microsoft conferences and we'll have sort of 1 slot for business conversations and 6 slots for real deep dive technical conversations. And we see that in a lot of CRM and any technical conference these days. CRM Evolution, it's about the business. It's about the analysts. It's about the bigger picture of CRM and relationships. So, talk a little bit about how you guys have positioned this conference.
Well, that's actually a good intro, because basically, as you know, there's tons of really good user conferences where people attend to get more skills on the platform, whichever platform that may be, and to meet, the platform's partners and that type of thing. We're different in the fact that we're an independent conference. We're, CRM Magazine's conference, and we're looking at things from a much broader view, so that especially on CRM Evolution, because we've got everybody from sales, marketing, customer service executives to people that CRM administrators and people that are actually running the software, data analysts and those types of things as well. But we definitely come at it from a business point of view. Like you said, the analysts are there, and that's actually one of the things that the sponsors really like too, is that the sponsors feel like they can do double duty. They can meet with potential prospects and customers, and they can also run into all the analysts that they would have to visit and brief in New York City or elsewhere anyway. So they can really do double duty there. Now, for an attendee, that's really important, because they're getting a breadth of knowledge from people that they may not follow online or in print. So that's the difference. That's the edge that we take. Now, we also don't really have. We've got vendors speaking in their own section of the conference, but for the most part, it's end users, analysts, consultants, people like yourself that have a broad depth of knowledge and really see how things go together in the big picture. In many ways, we have people that are doing research because they either want to do an implementation or they want to do some sort of partnership, and they get to speak to peers. They get to speak to people like yourself that have done many of these projects over broad spans of types of categories of companies, and they get all that expertise. And that's how we're different. And it's easy enough for people. I think you had mentioned at one point earlier that you really like it because you can speak to, you can speak to people at one of the many networking events. You can sit next to them at a session.
The sidebar conversations.
The sidebar conversations. And, that's the greatest thing I miss about going into an office since I started working from home a year and a half ago is there are no sidebar conversations. And that was the most important thing. I mean, it's just really hard to schedule that kind of kismet on a phone call when you can just lean over and just start something up. And
you're
that's
sitting
where we
there.
live.
There's Brent Leary having breakfast. I'll go sit with him. There's Paul Greenberg having lunch. I'll go stop by and talk to him. You can't get to these people every day. So talk a little bit about some of the people that are going to be speaking there besides Brent Leary and Paul Greenberg.
Okay, well, we've got you, Rick, and you've been fantastic all these years. We've got also, people from the end user side. Melissa Berger, she's a marketer. We've got Ernst & Young coming, talking about how it all fits together on some of the large implementations that they do. Brent Nemec, she's also another marketer. Jeff Abels is the chair for Smart Customer Service, really big on the customer service side of things. Jeffrey Dorkin, another digital marketing. Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein's really, I find him fascinating because he's really sort of at the leading edge of blockchain and some of the technologies which are coming down the pike, but nobody really quite understands. And the thing that I'm not sure if you were in his sessions last year or the year before, but he attracts a lot of the speakers because they're trying to learn as well. And it's very interactive, and they ask him some really great questions, and he's just got a great take on how these new technologies are all fitting in together and where things are going. And it's just really hard to get that anywhere else. Yeah.
And I know we in the morning we have Meet the Experts breakfast where we'll get 10 of these experts sitting up front, and people just come in, bring their breakfast in, and we just all have this fireside chat.
Right.
It's really, really cool.
Yeah. So so this conference is a great conference to come to and really immerse yourself with not only your peers, but speakers who could be somebody that you've heard of or you read about. A lot of these people write for Destination CRM or CRM Magazine, so you may follow them online. Their own efforts. We've got some really unique people. Obviously, a lot of the consultants from Gartner and they're much more well known, but where are you going to get to see them all at once? I mean, you can see them at their conferences, but you can see them mixed and matched at our conferences as well. So yeah, looking forward to having a great conference, actually.
So Bob, we'll see you in a few weeks, April 27th, Washington, D.C. I want to thank you this afternoon for spending some time with us to tell us great things about CRM Evolution. And I'm looking forward to springtime in Washington and some great CRM conversations.
Hey, great. Thanks so much for having me on, Rick. I really appreciate it.
Thanks. Bye.